everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you through a 25-minute Pilates for flexibility workout where we'll focus on finding length throughout the entire body, getting started here on all fours, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Take an inhale as you arch through the back, dropping your stomach, lifting your chin and your chest. And exhale, round through the spine, tuck your chin in towards the chest. Inhale, arch through the back, chin and chest lift towards the sky. Exhale, round through the spine, chin tucks in. Inhale, arch through the back, starting to warm up through the spine here, really pressing the floor away from you. Exhaling, rounding through the spine. One more, inhale, looking up. And exhale, really press your back up towards the sky. Find your neutral spine now, and let's take a dynamic thread the needle stretch. So inhale to reach your right arm straight up. Exhale, thread it under the left side of the body, reaching your right shoulder down. Then inhale, reach it back towards the sky. And exhale as you thread the needle, feeling that spinal twist. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread it under, reaching towards the left side of your mat. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle and hold that position, dropping your right shoulder down, laying the right side of your head on your mat, pressing your left hand down, deepening that stretch into the spine. And then inhale, reach the right arm back up towards the sky. Exhale, place it down, and let's take it to the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, thread under the right side of the body. Inhale, lift that arm back up. And exhale, thread the needle. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach to the right, twisting through the spine. 1 more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hold that thread the needle, dropping the left shoulder and left cheek down to the mat and pressing down into your right palm. Inhale to float your left arm back up towards the sky, and exhale, place it down onto your mat. Let's take a few tail wags now. So wag your hips over to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Wag them to the left, look over your left shoulder. So just tilting your hips over to the right, looking at them with your head, and tilting them over to the left, looking over the left shoulder, finding some lateral flexion through the spine now, moving it from side to side. Just give me 1 more each side, to the right and to the left. Hold through center, and let's get ready to wake up through our center core a bit more here. So go ahead and keep your hands where they are, just tuck your toes under. On your inhale, float your knees a couple inches off the mat. Exhale, press your hips up and back, find a downward dog. Inhale, shift back to that hovering tabletop. Exhale, tap the knees down. Again, inhale, knees lift. Exhale, hips press up and back, feel that stretch. Inhale, shift forwards. Exhale, knees tap down, really pressing down into the palms as you lift the knees. Send the hips up and back, stretch out through the back sides of the legs. Shift it forward and tap it down. Just give me 3 more here, really focusing on the movement of the hips up and back in that down dog. Last 2, float the knees, find that flat back, press your hips up and back, shift it forward and tap the knees down. Lift your knees up, and let's hold up and back in our downward dog this time, pedaling out through the legs, alternating bending into 1 knee at a time, pressing the opposite heel down towards the mat, really pressing through your palms as well, finding length through the spine. Bring both heels down towards your mat now. Take an inhale, rise all the way up onto your toes, and exhale, press your heels down. Inhale, lift up onto the tips of your toes, and exhale, drop the heels. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop it back. Give me 2 more here, stretching out through the hamstrings, but also through the ankles and the feet. Last one, hold with those heels pressed back, and gently walk your hands back towards your feet, meeting me in a forward fold with the feet hip distance apart. Shake your head yes and no, releasing any tension through the neck and finding length through that upper spine. And then go ahead and start to pedal out the legs here, just like we did in that down dog. Bending into one knee at a time, deepening the stretch back into the opposite leg. Press both heels down. Roll all the way up through the spine now, one bone at a time, reaching your arms up overhead. And press them down by your sides. Let's get ready now for some standing roll downs. So float your arms straight up overhead with the palms forward. On your inhale, round through the spine, diving down towards the floor. Exhaling, tap the fingers down. Inhale, round, roll up through the spine. Exhale, arms reach up again. Inhale, dive forward, really focusing on the curve of the back. Exhale, reach for the floor. Inhale, restack your vertebrae. Exhale, press your arms towards the sky. Again, inhale, roll down. Exhale, tap the floor. Inhale, roll up, stacking bone by bone. Exhaling, arms reach up. We've got 3 more of these, stretching out the entire body through the spine, through the legs, through the arms as we roll down and roll up. Last 2. Inhale, round your back, dive down. Exhale, reach for the floor. Inhale, roll up, really focusing on stacking through the spine. And exhale, reach the arms up. Last one, dive forward, and let's hold low in that forward fold now. Grabbing a hold of the backs of your legs, pulling your chest in towards your thighs, finding one last deep stretch here. Release your hands and slowly lower your hips down onto the mat, and let's make our way onto our backs now. Separating your feet hip distance apart and bending your knees. Place your hands down by your hips to start, and then bring your right knee in towards your chest, grabbing a hold of the back of your right leg, flexing through the right foot. Inhale, kick right heel to glute. Exhale, press your leg straight towards the sky. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale to bend. And exhale, extend. 2 more, stretching out through that hamstring even more here. And last one, bend and hold it extended. Inhale, point through your foot, and exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. 3 more. Point and flex, working through the foot and the ankle here. Last one, point it and flex it. Hold your foot pointed now. Place your hands back by your hips. Lower that right leg straight down to the mat, then circle it out and around, back through center. Lower it straight down, out and around, and back over your hip. 3 more in this direction in these big hip circles, opening up through that right hip here. Last one in this direction, drop it down and sweep it around. Let's reverse it now, circling out and around to the ground, and then lifting it straight up. Inhale, circle out and around. Exhale, lift through center. 3 more here. Focusing on keeping the rest of your pelvis stable as just that right leg moves around in space. Last one, circle it around. Lift it up, and then bend that right knee back in and place it down on the mat. Let's head straight into the other side, so bring your left knee in towards your chest, grabbing a hold of the back of your thigh, and inhale, kick your heel to your glute. Exhale, extend your leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale to extend. 3 more, stretching out through the left hamstring now. Last one, let's hold that leg extended and inhale to point through the foot. Exhale to flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. 3 more, point and flex. 2 more. And last one. Hold with your foot pointed now. Place your hands back down by your hips, and let's take those hip circles. Lower your left leg straight towards the ground, then circle it out and around again. Lower it straight down, circle it around. Inhale, lower towards the mat. Exhale, sweep to the left and swing it through center. 2 more in this direction, opening up through that left hip. Last one. And let's reverse it, circling out and around and straight up through center. Keeping the rest of your body stable here. Don't let those hips wobble from side to side for 3 more circles. Last 2. And last one. Bend that right knee back in, place it down on the mat. Now separate your feet all the way as wide as your mat and just windshield wiper your knees from side to side, releasing any remaining tension through the center of the hips. Bring your knees back through center and let's get ready to work through the abs a bit more here. So draw your right knee up and in towards your chest, extending your left leg long down the mat and lifting your shoulder blades up off the mat, getting ready for our single leg stretch. Pull your right knee in and switch. Left knee in, switch, and switch. 8 more each side, alternating, pulling one knee into the chest at a time as you reach long through the opposite leg, finding length down the mat. Lower back is pressing down into the ground here. You're nice and hollowed out through that center core. Lift it up onto those shoulder blades for 3 more each side. 2 more. And last one. Hold with the right knee in towards your chest now and extend your right leg long towards the sky, grabbing the back of your calf. Pull your right leg in and switch. Switch and switch. So doing the same exact thing as the single leg stretch, but this time we've got a longer lever. That leg is fully straight or as straight as you can get it. Finding more length through the hamstrings here as you pull one leg in and find length through the opposite leg, scissoring through that lower body here. Just 2 more each side. And last one. Bend your knees once again, hugging both knees in towards your chest and reach your hands long by your hips for our double leg stretch. Extend both legs long in front of you, reaching your arms overhead, then sweep your arms around and pull your knees to your chest. Inhale, arms and legs extend. Exhale, everything comes back through center. Inhale, reach long. Exhale through center. We've got 7 more here. Nice and hollowed out through the center core here, lower back pressing down onto the mat. Still lifted up onto those shoulder blades, chin is tucked slightly down towards that chest to avoid any tension through the neck. As we inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep the arms, pull the knees in, finding length through the legs, length through the arms as everything extends out and then comes back together. This is your last one. Inhale, extend, and exhale through center. Lay your head back down onto the mat and rock gently from side to side, massaging out through the low back. Hold through center now. Reach through your knees, grabbing the outsides of your feet, and open your feet gently up towards the sky, finding a happy baby pose here. Feeling that deep release through the hips and the inner thighs. Maybe softly rocking through the hips side to side here, once again giving that lower back a little massage. Gently bring your knees back together, give them one more pull in towards the chest, and release your feet back down to the mat. Let's roll over now onto the left side of our bodies, getting ready to work even more into that right hip. So extend your legs long towards the front corner of your mat. Rest your head in your left hand and turn your right leg out so that your quad is facing towards the sky. Bend your right knee in, extend it straight towards the sky, and lower it straight back down. Bend the knee and extend, lower, straight down. Inhale, bend and kick up. Exhale, flex your foot and drive your leg down to meet the left on the mat. Feeling those inner thighs start to turn on, those hips start to open, and that outer glutes start to work on that right side as you bend and extend, finding length through that hamstring, and flex that heel to push your leg closed. Let's reverse it now. So you're gonna kick your leg straight up, bend the knee, and extend it out to the side. Kick up, bend, and extend. 6 more here. Inhaling as you kick straight up, exhaling to bend and extend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend and out. For 3 more. Final 2, maybe try to kick a little bit higher for this last one. And hold that right leg extended now, and go ahead and turn it back in so that your hips are stacked on top of each other, and bend your left leg down on the mat. Circle your right leg up and around to the back and back through center. Front, up, around, and center. 4 more, taking big sweeping circles with that right leg. Keeping your hips stacked on top of each other this whole time, so make sure that right hip isn't opening up as that leg circles around. Last one in this direction. And let's put it in reverse. Kick it back, up, and around, and center. Back, around to the front, and through center. So your outer thigh is shining up towards the sky this whole time. For 3 more here. Final 2. And last one. Hold your leg through center now, straight out from the hip, and flex through the foot. On your exhale, lift that leg straight up and give me 2 pulses at the top before you lower it back down. So lift, pulse, pulse, and lower. Exhale, pulse, pulse. Inhale, back to hip height. Flexing through the bottom of your foot here, activating up the back side of that right leg, driving tension into that glute and that outer glute and thigh as well. For just 2 more here. And last one, pulse, pulse, and hold it straight out from the hip now. Point through your foot and give me tiny circles to the front for 10. For 9. For 8 here, just little circles to the front edge of your mat, maybe trying to lift your leg up 1 inch higher here. And reverse it, give me circles to the back for 10. About the size of a baseball here, nice and controlled, tracing that circle with the big toe of your right foot. Hold your leg through center now, flex through the foot, and we pulse to finish for 10. For 9, little lifts up and lower down for 6, 5, last 4, burn out that glute for 2, and 1. Bend that right knee now, grabbing a hold of your foot with your right hand. Extend your left leg long down the mat, and draw your right knee up and in towards your chest, feeling that release for that right glute. We are just gonna head right into the other side here. So flip on over, coming down onto the right side of the body now, resting your head in your right hand and extending your legs long down towards that front corner of your mat. Turn your left leg out now so that your quad is facing more up towards the sky and that left hip is a bit more open. Bend your left knee in, extend your leg straight up and lower it straight down. Bend and extend, flex the foot and drive it down towards that right leg. Hamstring starts to open, hip starts to open, outer glute starts to engage here. As you unfold that leg towards the sky and lower it straight down, 2 more like this before we reverse it. Last one. Now you're gonna kick your leg straight up towards the sky and then bend the knee and extend it to the side. Straight up, bend, and extend. 6 more here. Trying to kick that leg a little bit higher each time while still maintaining control. Moving that leg with strength, not with momentum here. For just 2 more, kick up, extend it out, last one. Hold that leg extended now and turn your leg in, stacking your hips, and bend your right knee underneath of your left leg. Let's take those big circles to the front. So kick forward, up and around and back through center. Forward, up and around, and through center, keeping those hips stacked on top of each other this whole time. Don't let that left hip open up towards the sky. That might reduce your range of motion a little bit. That is fine by me. We've just got 1 more in this direction. And let's put it in reverse. Kick your leg to the back, sweep it up and around and back through center. Inhale, sweep back and around. Exhale, drop it to the front, sweep it through center for 4 more here. Giant circles with that leg for 3. Final 2. And last one. Hold your leg through center now, flex through your foot, and exhale to lift your leg straight up, pulsing twice at the top. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift, pulse, pulse, inhale, lower. 6 more. Lift up, give me 2 pulses. Lower it down, trying to lift that leg a little bit higher each time, really getting into that outer glute now as you pulse, pulse, and drop it down. For 3 more. Final 2, flexing through the foot. And last one, hold the leg low, point through your foot, and give me circles to the back for 10. For 9, so these circles are tiny compared to those big circles we took on earlier, so focusing even more on control here, initiating this movement from the hip, and switch directions, 10 baby circles to the front. Tracing the size of a baseball with that big toe here. We are almost out of this. For 2 more. Hold your leg through center, flex the foot, and we pulse for 10. For 9, little up, little down. This is where we finished for 6 more. Last 5. Kick that leg up 1 inch higher for 2. And 1. Grab a hold of your left foot, draw it in towards that left glute. Extend your right leg long down the mat and pull that left knee up and in, stretching out through that outer glute, maybe giving it a couple of taps to say thank you here. And then press yourself up to a seated position, and let's stretch out those glutes even more with some seated figure 4s. So cross your left ankle over your right knee, lowering your hips down to the mat, and give me a few circles with that ankle a couple times in each direction. Feeling that left glute open up here. And switch sides, crossing right ankle over left knee, rolling out the ankle, opening up through the right glute this time. Release that stretch, and let's get ready for our final few moves of this class. So bend your knees in front of you, driving your heels down into the mat, and reach your arms forward with your palms facing in. Inhale, find length through your spine, and exhale, reach forward over your legs. Inhale, restack the spine. Exhale, round through the back, reach forward, finding length through all your vertebrae. Inhale, roll back up. Exhale, round through the back, focusing on that length through the spine, and roll it back up. Either stick with this, or if you're feeling good, you can go ahead and extend those legs so they're flat on your mat. Inhale, find length up through the spine, and exhale, round through the back, reach forward. Inhale, roll back up. 4 more here. I want you to focus more on finding length through the spine and less on the lengthening that's happening through your hamstrings. If the sensation in the hamstrings is just overpowering this entire move, go ahead and re-bend the knees and focus again on that lengthening through the spine. We've just got one more here. Exhaling, try to reach 1 inch farther forwards and roll back up through your spine. Go ahead and re-bend your knees if you haven't already and walk your heels out as wide as the mat and float your arms out about 45 degrees to the sides. On your exhale, twist to your right, pulsing twice. Inhale through center, exhale, pulse twice to the left. Inhale through center, so twist right, pulse, pulse. Come through center, twist left, pulse, pulse. Take it to the right. And take it to the left. Pause through center now. If you're feeling good, once again, go ahead and extend long through those legs, flattening your legs onto the mat. Exhale, twist twice to the right. Inhale through center, twist to the left. Come through center. We're doing 4 more each side. That is it for this class. Keeping your hips pointed forward the entire time, rotating from the middle of that back. 2 more each side, really twisting, wringing out through the spine for 1 more. Twist to the right and twist to the left. Come through center now. Drop your hands behind your hips, pointing your fingers towards your glutes. Squeeze your legs together and scoop your hips up towards the sky, opening through the chest, the fronts of the legs for a reverse plank. And gently lower your hips back down. Walk your feet in, bring the bottoms of your feet together, grab a hold of your ankles, and give me a little hinge forwards, opening up through those hips here. Gently pressing down on the knees with your elbows, getting deeper into those inner thighs. Gently lift up and out of that stretch and find a cross-legged position in the center of your mat. Inhaling as you lift your right arm up. Exhale, fall up and over to your left side, dropping down onto that left forearm. Finding length through the entire right side of the upper body here. And inhale, lift back up through center, float your left arm up, and exhale, fall up and over to the right side, dropping down onto your right forearm, feeling that same length through the left side of the body. And lift back up through center now, reaching both arms up for one last big inhale, finding length through the upper body. And exhale, press your hands down by your sides, and that is it for your 25-minute Pilates for Flexibility workout. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks, everyone.